Hi folks, welcome back to Visits with Soxy and Alice. I'm Alice, your yarn host today. Today is going to be a podcast, the last podcast before the February Sox-a-long-2025 draw. Next week we're going to have the slideshow and the draw on Diane's channel. So make sure you are subscribed and hit her bell on her channel to make sure that you don't miss that slideshow and the draws. Okay, so welcome back to all my OGs and all my regulars. Thank you so much for coming and joining me. I am drinking water today. Hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. Today's going to be the last podcast type thing, and then in March, after the Sox-a-long slideshow, I'm going to be doing hopefully morning vlogs, just daily vlogs. Hi, welcome. Thanks for joining me for coffee kind of time. Yeah, and I'll talk a little bit about nitty stuff and what I'm getting up to during the day and what have you. Just something different for March, up until March 17th. Okay, so all the places you can find me will be listed in the description box below. Just click on the little word more. And you might have to click on the word more again to open it all up. But yeah, everything's in there. The Ravelry projects that I've been working on, all these projects that I'm going to tell you about will be listed below on the Ravelry pages. So yeah, otherwise I'm going to, you just have to pause it and write down what I'm doing if you can't use Ravelry. I'm not going to be doing a whole bunch of show notes for this podcast probably. And yeah, and for the vlogs, definitely not for the vlogs because they'll just be done and up. So it'll just be a morning with me. Okay, so let's see. Let's get started. I have an FO and I have an HO. And I have a couple of whips, and I have a new thing that I picked up. So let's start with the finished object. I have finished, you guessed it, if you've been on watching me for a while and been on Ravelry, I finished my garter marler for my daughter. Hang on, I'll get one of these coat hangers to hang it up. I would never do this to my sweaters, but to leave them hung, but here we go. There you go, guys. She is done. She is done. It looks very long, but my daughter is quite tall. Not like me. I'm a shrimp. Yeah, and she wanted it fairly long. And yeah, and all the buttons, each one is a different button. So yeah, I went ahead and they're all red, but they're all different. So they're all plastic buttons, but yeah, vintage buttons as well. So I am just have to put a Knit with Love label that I got from our local yarn store. Put that in the back, and that's it. She's all done. I can gift that to her. Oh, it is so lovely. This is the Garter Marler by Stephen West. It's the second one I've knit, and it uses all fingering weight scraps or 4-ply scraps held double, and I just grabbed whatever was there. I did color manage. I'll put a little quick a little video in here of me trying to color manage some of the balls of wool. It was quite challenging, but I managed to make out okay. Here, I'll show you. I'm definitely a matching socks kind of girl, so yeah, so that's not bad. There's a few bars, but you know what? Overall, not bad. Not bad at all. I'm quite pleased with that. And I gave it a wash in Eucalan. Jasmine Eucalan is my favorite. As you must have guessed by now, I love my jasmine. And yeah, that goes off to her. I didn't do anything outside of the ordinary from this pattern. I knit a size 3, which is approximately, I'd say, like a medium, I guess. So yeah, I did a 3, and yeah, just made it longer a little bit longer in the arms. I did a longer cuff, and I did a little bit longer in the body as well. But other than that, it's exactly to pattern. And also, if she finds that it stretches out in the neck, I'll do my classic little crochet thing for her, and I will crochet on the inside. I will just do a single crochet all the way around at the base of the ribbing, and that just gives it a little bit of structure and holds it up a little higher into her neck. So that is my finished object. Shouldn't be too long of an episode today here, guys, because I'm going to be giving Diane a call soon to talk about going over to her place to hang out and knit for a bit, and also tape our video for next week. Actually, we'll probably do it on the 1st of March, on the Sunday, so that would work. But okay, I'm going to move that out of the way. My half-finished object is the reverse slippers, and I have no idea where the, oh, here it is. Pattern is right here. It is by Ria Javanpa. I'm not sure how to pronounce that, and I will put it on the screen for you. And this is the reverse. They look like Converse runners. They're so cute. I've made quite a few pairs of these already. I made them for my grandkids and my son-in-law, and he requested another pair. And because I'm not able to get the colors in the Seven Brothers wool from Finland, I've used our Canadian dyed wool, the Briggs & Little Tuffy. It's really hard wearing wool. So I do suggest that if you're going to work with this wool and you're not used to rustic, or you're working on a size 4mm or less needle, to definitely give it a nice soak. And before you even ball up the wool, it comes in a big hank. And then you just put it in some hot water or warm water with some eucalyptus, or even a little bit of, I don't know, laundry softener, or maybe some baby shampoo, or, something to soften it up. Maybe a little bit of, what else is there? Hair conditioner, and it will soften up the wool considerably. So yeah, this is made in all these little pieces going all the way around, and then you make the bottom separate. So you start out making almost just, it's a sock, right? So here's the sock, and I went ahead and I already finished them to the point where I was going to put the bottoms on, and the bottom I made the whole thing too short. I tried it on him, and sure enough, it was just a little bit too short, even though I do have his foot measurement, but I guess that was just for regular socks. These are slippers, so you want them a little bit looser. And so you do this ribbing pattern down here. This is a paid for pattern, so I won't get into too much details. But yeah, it's a really nice rib pattern on the top of the foot, so pretends it's a tongue, right? And then now I've got the other, this is the padding for the bottom, the sole. And again, all Briggs & Little. See, I made one already, and it's just way too short, see? And it's all done in pieces and then sewn up and stuff. So yeah, I did it way too short. Let's see. Well, you know what? It doesn't look that much too short, but it is. Like, it even had to be a ½ inch, but I know that the foot itself is considerably longer than it was before. And I have the brown, which is a cocoa color, red, which is called Red Mix, white, and the black, and that is all Briggs & Little Tuffy. Yeah, that's the wool also that I knit all of his, we call them, they're called prairie vamps, and it's like a really nice boot sock. One of the co-op ladies here in Winnipeg years ago made the pattern, or did the pattern, and it sells on Ravelry. And yeah, if you look up prairie vamps, it's by the co-op, not Wolseley Co-op. I'm not exactly sure what the name of the co-op was, but anyways, she made the pattern up, and I bought it years ago, and I make Walter all of his winter socks like that with Tuffies, and it calls for Tuffies wool, which is really beautiful. And then I just crocheted some strings and did a little bit of embellishment. It's still got more embellishment to do, and you're supposed to make a little circle here for the Converse or for the Reverse logo, but I'm not up to that so far. I want to get that finished. It's in my bird bag, even though it's popping out of my bird bag. Okay, what else? Oh, I did get my socks done, I showed you, but I also got a little sweater, and that's in the same wool that I did the February socks in. So cute, eh? So I'm going to hang that up on my little rack that Sam made me. Now I also have, and I did also put the square into my C2C, C2C Cozy Memories blanket that I've been working on. So this is the square that is the same wool as the socks for February. And this one was January's wool, and I did 2 more, and I did February's wool, and then I'll just do a couple more down here, and then I'll do March's wool when March comes up. It's coming along. It's not huge, but you know what? It's going to be a beautiful blanket, and it'll remind me of all the socks that I've been knitting on. And this is, I'm using a 3.5 millimeter hook. That's all it says. Disc 3.5 England. These are old hooks, so I've never gotten into crochet hooks like I did into knitting needles. Probably because I don't do as much. Sorry for the banging if you can hear that too. Okay, so I've got my other whip that I'm working on here is because my sock stuff's all done. So now I'm just waiting for March to come up so I can get the Colorworks socks done. I have my Shima. Now, I was up here. I was here, I think last time I showed you. I had already split for sleeves. I had done, and actually, I had done a whole bunch more. And then I noticed that I had done, I don't know what, over here on this side, and I tried to fix it. And you know, sometimes you guys, if you try to fix something, it just won't work for you. So I ended up having to rip it all back because it was right there, right in the middle of my boob. And I really didn't want it to show up. If it had been on this side, it probably wouldn't have shown at all. But because it was on the straight gray, it showed up. So now, I ripped it all back and I got that far. So I haven't gotten as far. I was way down here. I was about 6 inches done. So, oh well, whatever. I love knitting this sweater. So that's not going to bother me. I also printed up, because I'm not doing the waist shaping. Oh, sorry guys, I wiggled you. I'm not doing the waist shaping. So I went ahead and I made like a little chart thing so that I could tick off the rounds as you go, because it is following the pattern. It's about 8 rows or so. So just easier if you just do it that way. And I mean, once you look at it, I think some people could do it like as mindless after a while. Not me. I'm not quite there yet with something like that. So I forget by the time the end of the row comes. Anywho, what else we got? Oh, and I have now, okay, quick like a bunny. Judy from Witch Peach's Craft over in Australia. Hi, Judy. She put out a challenge to everybody to do the Thrift challenge, and where you buy something that's a craft, like you have to pretend like you have got nothing at all. You've lost everything, fire, flood, whatever, and you need some mental health pick-me-ups, and you go out to a thrift store, and for between $5 and $15, or well, under $15, let's say, in your country. So for me, it's $15 Canadian. You pick up everything that has to do with something that you can do that's a craft to help with your, to get you crafting again, right? Because when you lose everything in a fire or a flood or whatever, you lose it all. Or even if it's, you're thrown out of your country, it's like, or you're leaving your country. So you have nothing. So I found, now I will put a picture up here of all the little pictures that I sent over to Judy. But here it is. I started it. Okay, so what it is I picked up a little kit. It came with 3 needles that I have promptly lost. I have 1 left. It's in the paper, and it's a plant mom. Isn't that cute? Now, here's the deal. This ticks a few boxes because this is new to me. I've done embroidery, but I've never done something all in satin stitch like this. And I have, and monochrome, all one color. I haven't done embroidery for years and years and years and years, like forever ago, on fabric. I've done cross stitch, but not embroidery. Also, it's a kit, so I can drop it in to get your kit on, which is another make-along being run by Anne from Spa Knits. So thanks, Anne, for that one. So, okay, so this is it. It's by Situation or something. It was $4.99 Canadian. Came with everything to even, where are they? Did I bring them down? I don't know if I brought it down. Oh, I dropped it. Hang on 1 second. Sorry, I'm going to disappear for a minute. Oh, that's where the needles went too. Came in a little package like that. Came with all the thread, embroidery DIY, and of course it's just white. It says to use 4, but I'm not, oh, it's so messy. I'm definitely not doing as nice a job as I would have liked. I might end up picking it out because I'm just like that. Now, I was taught when I was little, when you do some kind of a satin stitch, what you do is you go around it first and then you stitch over top of it. So I don't know if that's why it's making it crappy. If you have any tips, let me know, because I'm really not good at this whole satin stitch business. It sure doesn't look like the picture. No, doesn't look like the picture. The picture looks really nice. See that? So yeah. Anyways, this is going to be a gift for my daughter, Sam. Gabe, don't tell your mom. So yeah, I think she'll like that when I'm done it. I hope. If I like it. If I don't like it, she's not getting it. I hope it doesn't end up in the bin. Maybe I'll donate it back once I'm done to the thrift store. That was my challenge. Remember, to you guys, when you're done this challenge for Judy. Oh, sorry, I'm shaking the table again. When you're done this challenge for Judy, I challenge you to go ahead and go through your supplies, pick out things that you have duplicates of or things you haven't used in years, and box them up and drop them off at the thrift store, whether the Salvation Army or the hospital. Even if you drop off stuff to your church or to a crafters group guild that does things for charity, that'd be great. Okay, so that's my entry. Thanks, Judy, for putting on that. I thought it just hit the spot. As soon as I watched your show and I saw you do that one, or put that one out there, I thought, I got to jump on board with that one. That's great. Okay. Oh, also while I was there, that wasn't included in this package though. I did pick up a book called 365 Tiny Cross-Stitch Designs. This is a cute book. And actually, I paid like $3.99 for it, and it was $33.50 in Canadian, it says. And this is old, by Rita Weiss, or Weiss. See if I can find a year on it. I should have looked, of course, before. Da, 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 da. All rights reserved, etc., etc. How come it doesn't have a date? It always has a date. 2000. Okay, so this book's 25 years old. But it has, you can go through all the months of the year. It has birthstones of the month and their fairies. And it has like, just different things for the days of the month. So you could do a quilt, like Dale from Erndale's. Yeah, she did a quilt she did a whole quilt out of stitching. So that you could do like a stitch a day, or you could just do it for little motifs that you were going to do on anything, really, or make your own motif, make your own little plaque or pillow or your own little cross stitch. And, okay, so you could also go ahead and use these as color work. Yeah, in knitting color work too. That would work. Cool, hey? I love it. Okay, so that's another great find from the thrift store. And yeah, so I will put those away. And I will chat with you just briefly for a couple of seconds. I had a request. Some people really, really, really did like the fact that I shared a couple of new podcasters that I enjoy. And they wanted me to do it again. So I am sending out wonderful wishes, and make sure you go over and subscribe. Check out her podcast, Dorothy from Knit, Knot, and Weave. She's been around for a while, and but yeah, she's under 1,000 subscribers, I think, still. So let's get her up there and over 1,000. She does anything and everything to do with crafting. She also does dyeing, a bit of dyeing now and then, and she's fallen down the not the weaving. Well, the weaving, I haven't seen a lot of her weaving lately, but she's fallen down the spinning rabbit hole for sure. So Dorothy, I definitely did want to check out that tulip stitch that you were working on, the crochet tulip stitch blanket. So thank you so much for sharing that on your last podcast, because it looks really beautiful. So I'm going to try that stitch on a blanket one of these days. The second one is Ashley from Casually Crafted. She is a maker and a seller of crochet toys and all things lovely. I'm telling you, she is so cute. She's got kids and she's just plugging along here on the YouTubes, and she does a lot of making for craft sales. She does a beautiful job of all of her little amigurumis and all of her crochet. Thank you, Ashley, and I would really love everyone to go out and throw some yarn in your window, as they say, so that they can subscribe to you and follow along with you on your crafty journey. Caffeinated Mama podcast is Tamara, and she does another beautiful little vlog podcast. And yeah, make sure you check out hers as well. Okay, if you're looking for a daily 10 to 20 minute vlog just in the mornings, the Flame and Fiber vlog, Barbara, and she's also our Zoom host along with Valerie from Visits with Nana and Papa. Hi, Valerie. And yeah, she's got they've got vlogs here on the YouTubes as well. So I will post those below for you to check out. And yeah, so tell them I sent you. So I'm really happy to share these folks with you guys. They are my regulars. I am definitely, following along in their footsteps out there too. So, so what else? So I've got two of the sock mals on Ravelry that I'm following along with and adding my socks into. So if you want to double dip or triple dip and put your socks, post your socks in their Ravelry sock-alongs as well, be my guest, of course. The more the merrier, right? There's a monthly one. It's Amanda from Little Lycac, and she's in Derby, UK, and she does she draws every month, but for 2 months. So I know she puts the thread for the month that you drop your socks in, and you just add them in there. So yeah, and I believe she does have prizes, if not monthly, periodically throughout the year. And also Knits and Pieces is Kelly and Noelle from the Knits and Pieces podcast. They're doing a yearly make-along. They're in Ontario. Hi, guys. And yeah, they're doing their socks along. Last year, I think they had well over 4,000 pairs of socks in a year. And we are really doing well at ours. I mean, we're over 100 again this month. So if we get 100 a month, we're over 1,200 pairs of socks in a year. I can't believe how many people are sock knitters out there. Okay, so that's it for today. I'm going to keep it short and sweet. And I think I have everything. I'm going to pack it all up for the end of the week when I go out to see Diane. And we go through all the exciting videoing for you folks for next Monday. Don't forget, the Sox-a-long on Ravelry is going the February wait a minute. The February FO thread will be closed noon on Friday. Okay, this Friday coming up, the 28th, at noon Central Standard Time. I will lock up that FO thread, and I know a couple people missed out last month putting a entry in, but I saw they got it in first thing on the March one, and March 1st I will open up the March thread. Okay, thank you so much to everyone who is participating in our Sox-a-long. It's really taken off. Everybody is so, I don't know, everybody just gets along there. It's so nice. Maybe we need to talk to our politicians. Yeah, tell them we need to start knitting. What do you think? Okay, guys, take care. Happy knitting. Knit with love, folks. See you next week. Bye now. Mwah.